In a world where your customer's attention is the new currency, it seems almost impossible to cut through the noise, right? You know the challenges all too well. Rising marketing costs, diminishing returns, new, fierce competition, a relentless struggle to keep your customers from the clutches of the next shiny object, and the never-ending challenge to attract and retain top talent. But there is a way to stand out and thrive in this cutthroat environment, and that is what these training sessions are all about. Imagine a new reality where your marketing message doesn't just inform, it inspires. It attracts, where prospects come to you, where your brand isn't just recognized, it's revered, it's celebrated, it's championed by your customers without even asking. Where your customers don't just buy, they believe, they belong. They are a fiercely loyal and forgiving tribe of people all through tough times. This isn't a fantasy. This is the power of cult brand building. No matter your business, no matter your industry, no matter who it is that you sell to or serve, I will show you how to use the same strategies used by master cult brand builders like Apple, Taylor Swift, Harley Davidson, Tesla, and others. How you can spark the same intense bonds, the same religious-like devotion, the same impassioned evangelism as they do, using the same deeply embedded human psychology triggers of cult brand building. It's important that you understand how critical this is in today's overcluttered and hyper-competitive marketplace, where every consumer can choose from over 400 car styles, 50 kinds of toothpaste, 100 kinds of different soft drinks, and dozens of realtors, chiropractors, dentists, lawyers, financial advisors, therapists, and consultants of every kind within minutes of their front door. Cults are what consumers need to see through too much choice. Our emotional engagement with powerful brands shares strong parallels with our feelings about religion. In fact, under an MRI, there is no discernible way to tell the difference between the way our brands react to powerful brands and the way they react to religious icons and figures. Our psychological, emotional binding and belonging is triggered just the same. Now, before you get freaked out about the semantics, let's properly define what a cult is. The definition of a cult is a group or sect bound together by veneration of the same thing, person, or ideal. The word veneration means profound emotion. So then, a cult is a group of people who have a profound passion for the same thing. That's it. And cult is also a shortened variant of the word culture. But a cult is meant to describe a smaller group of people within with a set of beliefs that are different from the culture at large. Does that make sense? You see, as a tribal animal, we seek to find others who feel as we do or have the same problem and who have found a solution to that common problem. People seek to establish an identity based on what they believe and belong to. And you are surrounded by cults. In fact, you are probably a member of several. Do you ride a Harley, a Vespa, a Peloton bike, or a SoulCycle? Do you have an iPhone, wear Nikes, Crocs, or have a Yeti or a Stanley Cup? Do you wear Lululemon, Beyond Yoga, Patagonia, or Supreme? If you do, you're a cult member. Are you a Swiftie, a Little Monster, a Trekkie, a Parrot Head, or a Deadhead? Are you a Cheesehead, a Celtic faithful, or a member of the Bills Mafia? Have you ever played Dungeons and Dragons, Legos, Minecraft, or League of Legends? If yes to any of those, you're in a cult. Do you go to Starbucks, Trader Joe's, or Costco? Do you love Oprah, Beyonce, or Joe Rogan? Do you belong to a political party, an alma mater, or have you ever been in the military? If you do or have, you're a cult member. Are you religious? You see, by the very definition, a religious belief is a belief subset of society at large, which makes every religion a cult. Christianity was started as a cult 2,000 years ago in Eastern Mediterranean. It was one of the several mystery cults, as they were called. Christians were just way better at this cult building stuff over the past couple of millennia and endured. They won the battle of cult branding, you can say. With 2 billion members strong, it's the cult GOAT. And of course, the contenders: Islam, Hinduism, Judaism, Mormonism, Rastafarianism, Scientology, and the rest are also successful cults. Hey, are you an American? The United States was started by a cult and still operates like one. The Pilgrims who stepped ashore on Plymouth Rock were a splinter group of what was called a dangerous cult in England in the 17th century called separatists. Just listen to the Star-Spangled Banner or hold your hand over your heart and recite the Pledge of Allegiance. Yeah, you're in a cult. Look, all great societal and religious movements have started with bands of devoted followers chastised for being different or deemed separatist. Cults are normal. In fact, an essential feature of a healthy culture, one that would atrophy without them. And normal people populate them. Normal people like you, like me, like everyone. The primal urge to find your tribe, to belong, to want a unique identity, to find meaning, to feel secure, and be given order in chaos. All this is the stuff of the human condition. These are our universal needs as a species. I have always been fascinated by human drives and motivations. It has been my career to study human behavior and performance. And what I can give you are the strategies that underpin all mass cults, all cultural movements, all revolutions, the human psychology triggers that inspire attraction, devotion, and evangelism, and how you can use those same triggers to build your business and customer superfan following. These are timeless techniques that have been applied over centuries, proven to satisfy essential universal human needs. Do you remember Abraham Maslow and his hierarchy of human needs? Maslow pointed out that we humans have an ascending order of needs, and he used a hierarchical pyramid to prioritize them. At the bottom levels of the pyramid are our physiological needs. This includes basic things like food, shelter, and clothing, essentials that we need to survive. At progressively higher level in Maslow's hierarchy are the needs for safety and security. Then love and connection and self-esteem. At the very top is self-actualization, a term that Maslow coined to describe the ultimate human need, which is to learn, to grow, and to reach one's full potential as a person. Now, here is the mistake. Most businesses largely focus on selling features and benefits, and mostly speaking to the bottom of their customers' hierarchy of needs. Cult brands attract and inspire devotion because they know how to use these 9 strategies to connect with their customers at the very highest level of Maslow's hierarchy, pushing the buttons of their most desired primal urges, desires, and human needs. Sure, cult brand builders have products and services with great features and benefits, but their positioning, their messaging, and practices also fulfills the higher level needs of connection and social belonging, and esteem, and status, and identity, and meaning-making found at the top of Maslow's pyramid. Are you following me here? These are game-changing insights if applied to your marketing, messaging, and business practices. So, why is fulfilling higher-level needs so integral to building strong customer loyalty? What's the connection, you ask? The answer is higher-level needs influence future human behavior, much greater than lower-level needs. They are aspirational and emotionally and spiritually fulfilling and pulling. Simply put, it is the brands that can fulfill human needs, or the higher levels on the hierarchy. Those are the ones that become irreplaceable in the minds and lives of consumers. And it inspires them to want to propagate your message, to validate their own identity, meaning, and chosen community. Remember, that's what customer loyalty is really all about, being integral and irreplaceable in the life of your customer. True customer loyalty is not about getting a customer to choose your brand over another consistently, but to believe that your brand has no equal. And with that belief system firmly placed, to be compelled to go out and spread the good word to others. To do this, you must produce positioning, messaging, and content beyond the product, features, and benefits. Products are cheap, and they're increasingly having little or no unique value on their own. Almost every category has been, at least to some degree, commoditized. Product innovations are mimicked almost immediately by competition and usually better and cheaper. Now, I hate to tell you, and it pains me to say this as a true Apple fanboy, but Apple does not produce the best quality products. Samsung products are technically superior. Their phones and tablets have more processing memory, more storage space, better glass, better touchscreen functionality, and they are thinner, faster, higher performing, and often cost less. But while Samsung has introduced 10 times as many phones over the last several years, its mobile division does half the revenue of Apple. Half. And Apple outsold the number 2, Samsung, and number 3, Amazon, combined in the tablet department. You see, Samsung and Amazon built a great product, but Apple built a great cult, a great community of superfans. One has tech features, the other has emotion. Samsung is a product brand. Apple is a concept. It's an identity brand. Here's the key line. It's not the product that matters most. It's the connection. It's the belief system. It's the identity. And it's the meaning making that matters the most. And as a previous fat boy owner, it also pains me to say that Harley Davidson does not produce the highest quality motorcycles. But Harley bikes sell for 3 times more money than their higher quality rival. And dare I say, Taylor Swift is not the greatest vocalist, but damn, does she have a raving superfan cult following. And Nike, Yeti, Lululemon, Starbucks, etc. are not the best quality in each of their categories either, but they dominate their markets. How? Because they leverage these 9 strategies and built cult-like followings. And you can too, implementing them one by one. Okay, I think you're ready. Let's walk through the 9 strategies of cult brand building. The 9 strategies fit into this framework and spell out the words superfans. The first S is for self. This is about appealing to people's need to self-identify, to be validated by their unique identity. Cult brands will speak to you in a way that makes you feel special, unique, and individual in a way that you're unlikely to have felt before. They will celebrate the very things that makes you feel different from everybody else. And instead of judging you negatively as the rest of the world around you does, they will celebrate you and love you for those differences. And you will love them back for it. It feels good to be recognized, to be seen, to feel understood for who you really are. It's important to know, people don't join cults or follow cult brands to conform. That's what everybody thinks. That is the false assumption most people make. In fact, people join cults and buy cult brands as a statement of anti-conformity. They are rebelling against the perceived conformity, and joining this group makes them feel more unique and individualistic. It's a statement of individual self-identity. The core paradox of cults is belonging means becoming more me. And cult brands help you show off this unique identity, giving you the social signaling power people so desperately yearn for. As a social tribe species, this is one of our greatest primal urges. Next is U for united purpose. This is the mission or cause that you both share. This is the emotional energy source of your cult. This is finding what drives the emotion of your target customers in order to put them in motion to buy, to belong, to evangelize. This is finding what you both love and or what you both hate. What is the cause that you both share? What is the crusade that lights a fire in the belly? This turns you from a company with a mission statement to a mission with a company. The mission is the message, and the company is what is needed to achieve the mission. That might just sound like a twist of phrase, but it completely changes everything. And it is how you tap into the highest primal desire, the desire to self-actualize, to identify with, belong to, and contribute to something bigger than one's self. If you are the one to articulate that message to your right customers, they will beat a path to your door. This is really powerful stuff. I hope that you're getting it. And you will benefit from the power of pull. You will no longer have to push for prospects, leads, and conversions. They will be pulled to you. The power of pull is creating and championing a purpose so inspiring, so attractive, so exciting that a community, a tribe, a cult following spontaneously forms around you and advocates for you. You've seen Apple do this, Taylor Swift do this, Harley Davidson, Tesla, and so many more who developed this cult-like following. How? How do they do it? I am giving you the framework right here. The next is P. P is for principles. This is your doctrine, your core messaging. This is where you define your belief systems that resonate with your ideal customers, where your message specifically speaks to their unique identity and primal urges. A powerful message is the key to unlocking momentum and growth. Without a solid message, growing your following is hard, if not impossible. Without it, you can't hope to win new followers to your cause. You can't hope to tap into organic and viral growth or build momentum and sustainability. If you struggle to gain traction or the attention that you deserve, your message is the problem. If you struggle to cut through the noise in your market, while other brands always seem to get the media attention and coverage, your message is the problem. If your customers don't repeatedly come back or feverishly refer their friends, your message is the problem. You can have the best product in the world, offer the best service in the world, and throw a ton of cash at marketing. But that doesn't mean a thing if you can't gain the attention of your target audience, make them sit up and take notice, and have them come seeking you eagerly. Businesses who try to build a following often neglect this, much to their peril. They rush to promote their product or service without realizing failing to nail their message will cost them. It's a huge mistake. Get your message right, and the right customers will come rushing to you. They will stick with you. They will vehemently defend you and advocate on your behalf. These first three are the heart and soul of your cult brand building. Your customer, your member, sits at the epicenter of these three. Where you see the overlap, where the self-identity exists, where what they love or hate aligns, and where your doctrine, your messaging aligns with their belief system. Once you know how to connect those three, that is when you have captured the heart of your customer, and they will love you and stick with you because of it. The other half dozen strategies support, reinforce, and amplify these three core strategies. We have S for self-identity, U for united purpose, your mission, P for principles, your doctrine and belief system. E is for enroll. These are the key strategies for enrolling your desired customer followers into your community of superfans. This is where you build belonging, cultivate those intense bonds, and bind the hearts of your customer in a way that sparks that religious-like devotion. Businesses are ignoring one of the most fundamental consumer needs. Businesses overly flatter themselves, claiming that they have found the holy grail of commerce being customer friendly. But they are blind to the need that is so essential. It is second only to the compulsion for food and shelter, and that is the desire to belong. To ignore this basic need, to overlook it, is a clear, major source of business and a mistake. And belonging doesn't just happen. You can't enroll or convert and just hope that your customers feel connected to you, to your business, and to your community. No, this sense of belonging has to be developed, it has to be cultivated, and it has to be nurtured. There are important best practices and key behaviors that have to be deployed to stimulate and nurture this essential human need. Next is R, and R is for rituals. Rituals allow tribe members to express and reaffirm their shared values, belief systems, and collective identity. It is a form of reinforcing and practicing their bond and uniqueness. Rituals give your culture consistency and comfort and reliability and certainty. Comfort through predictability and familiarity. It is why religions, sports teams, families, and cultures have birth rituals, baptisms, birthday celebrations, bar mitzvahs, weddings, funerals, etc. These are all essential rituals to reinforce bonds and belief systems. Next is F. F is for foundations. The foundational things that make up their unique identity of your tribe following. How you look, how you sound, and how you feel, how you are experienced. These are your special tribal insider secrets. These are the things only members of the tribe know and are in on. They act as markers of identity, distinguishing the members of the tribe from outsiders. Things like a special language, lingo, and euphemisms, symbols, badges, and iconography. and they play a critical role in the emotional and psychological fabric of a tribe, of a cult, or a customer community. These insider foundational secrets are more than just words or symbols. They are the glue that binds a community together, evoking strong emotional connection, providing emotional and psychological value through a sense of history and tradition, uniqueness and identity, hierarchy and loyalty, and unity against external influences. The iconic foundations transform a simple gathering of individuals into a cohesive, connected, and emotionally invested community. Next is A. A is for assembly, bringing your followers together. Perhaps the most important element of demonstrating belonging is congregation, your followers connecting with each other. Members need to interact with each other. You want to encourage and sponsor and support social ties. It strengthens the collective bond and enhances the group's cohesion. These are the bonds that evolve into strong yokes for the cult brand. The practice of assembling your tribe, creating a sense of unity, belonging, and purpose, that is essential for the health and vitality of any tribe, any cult, or any community. Next is N. N is for narrative. This is empowering your customer tribe with a narrative and story to take to the outside world. This is how you get the invisible hand working for you to multiply your growth through customer evangelism. This is knowing how to activate, accelerate, and automate advocacy, or otherwise known as referral marketing. This creates exponential new customer or follower acquisition growth with little to no acquisition costs, much higher conversion rates, and a radically reduced internal expenses. And then lastly is S. S is for summit. You want to lay out an achievement plan for your superfans to pursue, a summit to strive for. You want to create a totem pole, ranks to achieve, a hierarchical ascension to climb, and rewards for activism, advocacy, and loyalty. Rewarding those who commit greater, achieve higher, and contribute more, and then give them special treatment. This is part of every close-knit tribe, association, religion, and cult, even and most especially the military. As a social tribe species, we are very rank-oriented. We're desperate to climb the social ladder and signal our elevated status to all those around us. Okay, you now know the outline of the 9 superfan strategy framework. But knowing what to do is only part of the equation, I know. Knowing how to apply and execute each strategy into your unique business is a whole different story. If knowing what to do was the only impediment of people getting anything that they wanted, everyone with an internet connection would live in a mansion, have six-pack abs, and be blissfully happy. But they aren't, and they don't. Why? Because that is not how it works. You need a complete plan of action, an active guiding system that will instruct and support you all along the way, and all the tools and resources that you'll need to make it simple, make it fast, and make it easy for you. The training on how obviously takes a lot more time. It is why I conduct our 3-day business masterclass. There is where I can walk you through how to find the right triggers that are unique to your business and how to step-by-step execute each strategy into your business. This is where I can take you into the playbooks of the greatest cult brand builders of our lifetime and show you exactly how they do what they do, help you identify how you can do it too, and hand you the written recipe book to follow. You get it. You know how important this could be for your business, your team, your future. You're excited and you get it. If you're like me, you're a decider, a fast action taker. If that is you, you can get enrolled for our next business masterclass. I promise it will be the most important decision that you make to transform your business and your future. Nowhere else in the world can you learn what I disclosed to you during those 3 days together. And nothing could be more consequential to your business, to your team, to your clients, to your family, to your future than what it is that you'll learn there. Don't just click off here and go back to where you were, back to your email, back to your never-ending to-do list, back to the stagnant status quo of your current business performance. The landscape of business has changed radically, and you have to radically change with it and quickly. Doing nothing is no longer an option. It used to be where if you didn't take action, you'd just stay in the same place. That option is no longer. Do nothing, stay the same, means the world and your marketplace will leave you behind. Pick your next step below, and I will see you on the other side of the door.
Be the exception.